guys, it is me Hudson with Hudson's Fishing Adventures, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the top 4 must-have lures, especially in the summer, that you must have in your tackle box. These lures have caught, one of them has caught my PB, one of them I've caught the most fish ever in my life, and 2 of them I've caught some very big bass on. And all of these guys are really effective lures, and you must have these lures in your tackle box if you want to be an effective angler, especially in the summer. So I'm just going to jump right into it. This is the first one. Is just a worm rig, but I'm going to show you there's a few things I do different than probably a lot of normal fishermen do. First of all, I like to wacky rig worms, and for wacky rigging worms, my favorite Senkos are Gary Yakamoto custom baits. As you can see, I've had this package for a long time because it works so well that I constantly get them and then just let them sit in my tackle box. And I probably, every time I go bank fishing, we use Gary Yakamoto's because they're so effective. But, okay, now back to the hook. A lot of people for wacky rigs either use a smaller hook or they'll use a weedless hook. But I just like to use a normal little worm hook, because I know you catch more weeds, but I think it's easier to get an effective set hook on the fish. Hook set on the fish. Next is a lot of people just use bullet weights. I like to use brass and glass. And I know it doesn't seem like much of a difference. It's a little heavier. It kind of looks like a red beaded eye, actually, whenever it touches your worm hook. But this is what it does underwater. Shoot, I lost it. Obviously, be on your line so it wouldn't go over here. It makes that little clicking sound, and that attracts fish. So, yeah, that is the first rig. Second rig or lure is the big jig, the big weedless guard jig. And this, just the other day, my dad almost caught his PB on this, just pulling it up across the bottom. And the reason the 2 first ones are deep diving are because the bass in the summer are obviously way deep. A few of them are up. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm looking up, and Scar's trying to eat my jig. Scar, that jig's almost as big as you, knucklehead. Well, anyways, the jig is very deep diving. They make some, smaller ones, but this one goes way down with the bigger jig head. And the best trailer for these, and for these you just work them real slow on the bottom, kind of like that through the weeds. But the best trailer for these, I think, are Rage Tail. They're a really good small scented crawfish lure, little really good trailers. You can also just Texas rig these or Carolina rig them, whatever you want. But I've actually caught a lot of fish Texas rigging these things. But these together make an amazing lure. And these actually paddle up and down, so it makes it look really, really like a crawfish. Just like my new crawfish back there. He's always hiding for some reason. So the next 2 lures, I want to show you guys these one more time, because I know a lot of people are probably going to be cracking up when they see these, because you're going to be thinking, a lot of people say you got to use the bigger lures to catch the bigger fish. That's sometimes true, obviously, big Senko, big jig, but sometimes you got to go small. So the third lure is a small rooster tail. I know a lot of you know what this is, but probably a lot of you only use these for brim. And obviously, if you go anywhere and cast this, you're most likely to catch mostly brim. But I've caught so many bass on this one, as you can see. It is very, very scratched up, and one of the hooks is actually bent. That one on the far right, that hook, I know it doesn't look like it right now, but if you actually look at it in person, it is very bent. Because I've caught so many bass on this. One day, I took this little rooster tail out, and we were I got permission to go on a private lake. And the guy was watching me, and I flipped it out, and I was pulling in bass. And I mean, it was crazy. First cast, bass. I probably cast 30 times with this lure, and I probably caught 20 bass. It was actually incredible how many bass I could just catch constantly with this thing. They love it. And what it does is when you cast it out, you pop it, and then you retrieve it, and this little blade spins and reveals a minnow. So these are really good lure that a lot of fishermen probably only use for brim fishing, but I recommend using them for all types of fishing. I've actually caught 2 catfish on these and a freshwater drum. So these things will catch almost anything. Next is the jig, not the big jig, your jig head and small little crappie jigs. So these are really effective. Black and pink colors are amazing. Most of my fish fry pictures on my blog, we've caught all the fish on little black and pink jigs because they work so well. This is actually a pre-made jig I had in my tackle box, and I use this one to show you guys. I didn't have to waste the jig to open it up, but These things work so well. Any type of little jig, I've caught so many fish on. Grubs will work too, but I really noticed the little like jellyfish kind of looking things and the little double paddle tail things work so well. And the best brand for jigs, I think, are Bass Pro's Crappie Max. You can actually go to my website and get them through my link. They work my link straight to Bass Pro Shops. If you scroll down on the main menu, it says shop now and you can go through, and these things work so well. I recommend going and getting at least 2 or 3 packs of these. Right now I have tons of these in my box, and I'll actually share a little secret with you guys, as much as I don't want all you guys going out catching your PBs on these. But well, I guess that is what I want. I just not gonna tell you my secret spot where I caught them, but this is what I caught my PB on. This little guy, a little paddle tail, little like tadpole Crappie Max jig. This, I just flipped it out with a little pink and yellow jig head, jigging it up and down, set the hook on my PB. We got it in. We actually ended up cooking it. It was about 5.5 pounds, and I just paired this up with a super small little jig head. And you guys, these things work so well. They actually were really upset because right after I caught them and we cooked them, we literally ran out of these. I caught them on like the last, we had like 4 left, and I caught them, and then we used the rest on brim, and they stole them. So we went to Academy to look for them, went to Cabela's to look for them, went to Bass Pro Shops to look for them, went to Walmart to look for them, online to look for them. Nothing had them, and they went away for like 5 years, and not 5 years, like 2 years, and finally they came back with them. They sell them at Cabela's. We got these at Cabela's, but obviously Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's are not owned by the same people, so they sell them at Bass Pro Shops or Cabela's. They are the Cajun Critter green pumpkin little things. These things work so well. My PB bass on a little jig, this kind of jig, not the giant jig. So thank you guys for watching, and make sure to purchase all these. You can get all these through my link on my website to Bass Pro Shops, and if you spend $50 or more, you will save free shipping. So it's really cool. All these lures are amazing summer lures. Honestly, these two, you don't really need summer, especially this one. This one will work summer, fall, winter, spring. It will work anytime, really. So, but the rest of these are really good in the summer. This one's really good in the summer too, but I'm actually kind of shocked at how many bass you'll catch on all these in the summer. Well, anyways, thanks for watching, and see you guys next time on Hudson's Fishing Adventures. Bye.